There's this moment, maybe you've felt it, when hunger stops living in your stomach and starts living in your chest. The fridge light becomes a tiny moon that knows your secrets. The day gets blurry at the edges, your brain asks for a soft place to land, and food raises its hand like the most reliable friend you've ever had. A handful becomes a bowl, becomes a quiet promise that tonight will feel easier. And for a few minutes it does. If that's where you are not out of control or bad at willpower. You are good at caring for yourself with the tools you had nearby. Food is legal. It's fast. It doesn't ask questions. You learn to build a tender ritual around it, especially on lonely afternoons and late nights when the cursor blinks louder than your thoughts. Today we're not taking anything away from you. We're adding gentleness and a few tiny handles you can hold when feelings feel bigger than your plate. Let's talk about how this usually happens. You're working from home and the lines between breaks and meals blur. A ping lands wrong. A task mushrooms. Your focus wobbles. You stand, you stretch, you tell yourself you're just grabbing something. On the way to the kitchen, your brain passes through 5 open tabs of emotion. Bored, tired, anxious, alone, meh. None of them say stomach hungry, but all of them say, please, just soften this. So you open the cupboard, say hello to the bag that knows your name, and the first bite is a warm blanket. Then a tiny voice says, might as well keep going, because stopping is harder than never starting, and stopping would mean feeling the thing you tried to blur. If you've done this, welcome to the most human club. Underneath all of this, there's a small normal biology story. When stress rises, cortisol taps you on the shoulder and suggests fast comfort, usually sweet, salty, or both. Dopamine loves a predictable reward loop, so your brain remembers, when I eat X, I feel a little better quickly, and starts auto-suggesting it next time. Blood sugar dips, long gaps between meals, or constant grazing can make hunger signals fuzzy. And if you've ever told yourself, starting tomorrow, I'm being good, your very smart brain may answer, cool, then let's stock up on now while we can, which is how restriction quietly seeds tomorrow's urge. No shame, just chemistry and old survival codes trying to help. So we won't fight your body or bully your habits. We'll give you tiny, repeatable moves that make comfort easier to find, with food when it's hunger and without food when it's not. We start not at the pantry, but at a threshold, because thresholds are magic. The threshold tonight is your hand on the fridge handle. If you can, go there with me, half decided, half not. The room hums behind you, the cool seeps through the door. Wrap your mug with both hands the way you do when you're still thinking. Sense 5 quiet things without trying. The pet's collar giving one tiny jingle, the kettle's patience, the light pooling on the counter like a small lake, the soft shiver of the fridge motor, the smell of whatever lived on the cutting board hours ago. This is the border between feeling and fixing. Most of us try to leap across it. Tonight we'll let it carry us. Here's a true little story. The first evening I tried to change this pattern, I didn't make rules. I gave myself one job, played it on purpose. I wanted peanut butter straight from the spoon, my forever comfort. I took the jar, put a spoonful on a small plate, added 3 slices of apple because color is kind, and sat by the window. I ate slowly and let the dog audition for a crumb. It wasn't a diet choice. It was a dignity choice. And something happened I wasn't expecting. The craving got fed, and so did the part of me that wanted to be considered. When I rinsed the plate, I felt the good kind of done. Not punished, not out of control. Done. That's what we want for you. The good kind of done. Not perfect, not performative. Just enough care to steady the moment. Let's give you 7 days. Not a challenge, not a diet. Just a reconnection, one tiny experiment each day to separate fuel from feeling without losing the warmth of both. Day 1, name it so it shrinks. Before you eat, ask one soft question out loud. Is this for fuel, feeling, or both? There's no wrong answer. Write your answer on a sticky note or in a notes app. 2 words are enough. Day 2, plate and place. Whatever you choose, chips, cake, noodles, put it on a plate and sit in one spot, not at the sink, not in the doorway. A seat gives your nervous system a frame. If you're mid-task, give yourself a 3-minute sit. Set a timer if that helps. Day 3. The pause, that isn't a test. Add a 60-second landing before the first bite. Breathe in for a count that feels kind, out a little longer. Touch the table with all 10 fingertips. Sip water or tea. If you still want it, and you probably will, eat it. We're not bargaining with desire, we're befriending it. Day 4. The comfort menu. Write a tiny list of non-food comforts that take under 5 minutes and live in the same room as your snacks. Wash your face with warm water, hug a pillow, step to the doorway and count 3 sky colors. Text, thinking of you. No reply needed. Try one item first. If it doesn't help, food is still allowed. Day 5. Add an anchor. If your comfort food is mostly sugar or crunch, add a small anchor alongside it. A little protein, fiber, or fat to steady the wave. Yogurt, handful of nuts, cheese square, boiled egg, apple, carrot sticks with hummus. Not a swap, an addition. Anchors help the urge end. Day 6. Aftercare, not aftermath. If you overeat or binge, your job is not to fix, it's to care. Water. Something gentle with protein at the next regular mealtime. Don't skip. Skipping is gasoline for the next fire. A 5-minute walk or shower. One kind sentence to yourself written down, even if you don't believe it yet. I had a hard moment and I'm still worthy of dinner. Day 7. Repeat your favorite day. Go 10% deeper. 10 more seconds of pause. 1 more anchor. 1 more text. 10% is plenty. If even that feels like a lot, make it smaller. Plate 1 cookie instead of the sleeve. Sit for 1 minute. Put a sticky note on the fridge that says, pause, then yes. Presence is not performance. You're allowed to eat for comfort. We're just gently widening your comfort vocabulary. Let's put a little science in a single paragraph you can carry in your pocket. Real hunger tends to arrive like weather, gradual, patient, often willing to be paired with almost any food. Emotional hunger is a thunderclap, specific, urgent, and often picky. When in doubt, do a HALT check. Am I hungry, angry, anxious, lonely, or tired? If the dial points to hungry, feed yourself kindly. If it points somewhere else, try one comfort menu item first, then eat if you still want to. Either way, you did it on purpose. That on purpose is the muscle we're strengthening. Now the microplan. Options for different energy days. Low energy. Stormy brain. 0 extra spoons. The 2-thing rule. Put whatever you want on a plate and add 1 anchor. That's it. The handle pause. Hand on fridge. 1 deep breath. Whisper your answer. Fuel, feeling, or both. Then proceed. Chair plus window. Sit where you can see some light. If it's night, the street lamp counts. Dogs watching you eat are accountability with eyebrows. Medium energy. You can tweak 1 or 2 things. The 3S snack plate. Sweet plus, salt plus, soft/crunch, plus an anchor. Example, dates, a few chips, a piece of chocolate, and a little yogurt. It looks like care because it is. The 2-bite grace. Eat 2 bites mindfully, notice texture, temperature, memory, then decide if you want more. If yes, continue. If no, wrap it with future, you love. The gentle rhythm. Aim for eating every 3 to 4 hours while you're awake so your body doesn't have to beg loudly later. Set 2 tiny alarms labeled Feed the Human. Higher energy. You feel a little momentum. Prep a future you bowl. Cook a base, rice, pasta, quinoa. Once, store in the front of the fridge with a sticky note that says, add anything plus sauce. When the urge hits, your anchor is ready. Upgrade your comfort ritual. Same food, new setting. Plate it. Light on low. Favorite song. Dog at your feet. 3 breaths before the first bite. Make comfort look like a choice, not a chase. The feelings drawer. A small box by the kettle with index cards. Stretch 60s. Step to doorway. Voice note to self. Cold water on wrists. Smell a lemon. Text a friend a single emoji. When the urge hits, pull 1 card at random before you eat. Visual beat. You are at the desk. The cursor blinks. The dog sighs and thumps a tail. You open the cupboard, pause with your hand on the door. The collar jingles once, like a bell saying, choose. You smile, plate the snack. Yes, including the chocolate. Add a few berries from the fridge and sit by the window rectangle in the late light. You eat slower than usual, then set the plate down and scratch 1 soft ear. The kettle breathes. The world keeps being a world. No drama. Just a human feeding both body and heart on purpose. Let's talk scripts because brains freeze in kitchen moments. Before, I'm allowed to want comfort. I can give comfort in more than one way. During, I'm choosing this. I'm sitting for it. I'm here for it. After, that was care. What small thing would help me feel finished? Tea? Brush teeth? Step to doorway? Kind exit when the bag is calling you back. I loved that. I'm going to save the rest for future me. Future me loves this too. Ordering out, gentle boundary. I'll have the thing I love and add a side of greens/bread/fruit. Anchors can be delivery too. A text to a friend when loneliness tastes like hunger. No reply needed. Just wanted to hear your name in my head. Protect your transitions so eating doesn't have to hold every feeling by itself. End work on purpose. Change the light. Push the chair in. Put on the evening playlist. Your brain loves patterns. Give it one that says, we're off the clock. And rebuild novelty inside food too. Tiny changes that wake attention without waking shame. Swap your bowl. Slice the apple into matchsticks instead of wedges. Sprinkle cinnamon like confetti. A little play tells your dopamine, something new is coming, and sometimes that's all the itch wanted. If nights are hard, make a night kit you can grab without thinking. Chamomile or mint tea, a tiny chocolate, your softest socks, a short video of rain you like. If mornings are uneven, eat something simple within 2 hours of waking. Toast with peanut butter, yogurt, and fruit, a banana, and a handful of nuts. Regular meals aren't rules. They're extra hands for balance. What if you binge? First, I'm sorry the moment hurt. You didn't fail. You coped. Here's your gentle protocol. Hydrate. Not as punishment, because your body's asking. Move a little if it feels good. A walk to the mailbox, a shower, a slow stretch where your hand touches your breathing belly. Return to regular meals. Skipping the next one multiplies the next urge. Write 3 lines. What was I feeling? What helped even 1%? What will I try next time for 60 seconds before I eat? If this is frequent, heavy, or scary, you deserve extra support. Reaching for a counselor or local helpline isn't weakness, it's delegation. You're allowed to have helpers. Walk with me to the doorway for a minute. You don't have to go anywhere. Just feel the cool meeting the room. Notice the shape of the light on the floor. Listen to the neighborhood. A pan clinks, a scooter hums, someone laughs 2 buildings over. Place your palm on your chest and tell your body, thank you for getting me this far. If you're holding a longing that food usually holds, Try naming it out loud as softly as you would to a friend. I'm tired. I'm lonely. I'm proud of me. Then go eat or go sit or go text. All 3 count. Let's plant a few tiny adventures so momentum has a place to land. The mug ritual. After dinner, make a warm drink before dessert. If you still want dessert after 3 sips, enjoy it on a plate at your favorite seat. The savor minute. 1 bite gets 60 seconds of fame. Look at it, smell it, bite it. Close eyes if you want. Being present doesn't steal pleasure, it multiplies it. The dog's lesson. Watch how a dog never argues with desire. They sniff, they decide, they move on. Borrow that. Let curiosity be your utensil. If motivation is wobbly, make the first step too easy to fail. Plate it. If that's all you do, you still win. But most days, the pause will sneak in, the anchor will appear, and your nervous system will exhale. Habits don't grow from speeches. They grow from one more breath than last time. Set up your kitchen so future. You doesn't have to wrestle with decisions. Put a small plate at eye level where the snack lives. Keep your anchors visible. Fruit in a bowl, yogurt up front, nuts in a jar with a scoop. Hide nothing. Just make care the easy reach. The fewer steps between you and on purpose, the more likely on purpose happens. There will be nights you eat your feelings with both hands. You're still welcome here. Comfort isn't the enemy. Secrecy and shame are. We're not replacing comfort. We're expanding it. Food can be a hug. You just don't have to ask it to hold the whole day alone. Before we close, stand with me at the fridge threshold again. Hand on the handle. Breath in, a little longer out. Ask softly, fuel, feeling, or both? Whatever the answer, plate it, place it, pause once, then let the bite be the bite. Let the moment be the moment. Let the night be kind. You did something small and brave. You fed yourself, with food, with attention, or with both. You don't need to become the person who never eats emotionally. You just deserve options, dignity, and the good kind of done. Take your mug, take your headphones, meet your hunger halfway. If this felt like a soft nudge, let it be your sign to give tonight's bite a plate and a pause. I'll be here when you get back. This is Ruby, cheering for every small step until small feels natural and natural feels like you again.